Broadcasting from Silicon Valley, California, this is Conversations with Jennylyn.
You're watching Conversations with Jennylyn, and today I have a different segment for you. I've been enjoying my time in Nigeria, so we are in Nigeria once more. But today I have two handsome twins to share with you. And they are Toyin Kennie and Taiwo Tosin Oyinloye. Guys, thank you for taking the time to share time with me on Conversations with Jennylyn. I've always been curious about twins and what life is like for them. I know some and I've seen what happens with some, but I thought it would be nice to do a segment where we can actually hear from twins. So welcome. And I don't know who wants to begin, but tell me what it's like to be a twin.
You can go first.
It has been interesting anyway. Growing up, yes, it's quite better now, but growing up, we had a lot of competition and all of that. But it's interesting because you have somebody that can watch your back, somebody you have to watch his back to, and all of that. So it's been quite interesting. That's the way it has been.
So Kenny, what was the competition like? Was it healthy competition? Did it get ugly sometimes?
Oh, well, at some point it wasn't healthy. But we know that as we grow, wisdom and knowledge, it's increased, and then you know how to do things better. You know how to react to situations better. So right now, what we have is more of a healthy competition, but we push each other, to achieve our worthy goals, which is, but it's fun. Being to like you mentioned, it's fun.
So I've heard stories from other twins that I know where they say if they're not in the same location and something happens to their twin, they can feel it. Has this been true for the two of you?
No, it hasn't been.
Okay.
Because we've had to live in different places at some point and all of that. So we've been far apart growing up in some instances, like when we finish school and in Nigeria, there's something we call NYS, which is National Youth Service Corps. We have to go out of your locality to go and serve the nation elsewhere. So I went to the east, he went to the north, two extremes. So there's nothing like that in our case.
So the scenario was referring to we have to spend more than a year.
Yeah, about a year.
About a year
apart.
So we've always had to deal with that in our journey.
But tell me, did you miss each other? I mean, more than people would normally miss. Did you feel that there was a part of you missing at any time while you were separated?
Yes, we definitely miss one another. But then, because of the world we live in now, it's a virtual world. So with your phone and all of that, you can always have that touch. Though it's not a physical touch, but you can still touch one another as it were.
Oh yes, and he was away 2 days ago. He made a trip, so I was the only person at home. So on the phone, we're talking, checking up on him. How's what going over there? Hope you're doing fine. And he told me about where they were going at a particular point in time. They were going to a particular farm. So we were always keeping in touch with each other. Yeah, so we do that a lot.
But siblings always look out for each other, because I'm sure you have other siblings, Kenny, you've mentioned. Do you feel like the two of you look out more for each other instinctively than you do with the other siblings in your family?
No. We have a big sister. She's the one that coordinates the family. She looks out for everybody. So the way she does it, she's even giving me information about my other siblings and even him that I have not heard about. So I think she's the one that does more of that. We don't really do that.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I guess what I was asking is, as siblings, we're always looking out for each other. And some siblings
Okay.
are closer than other siblings. But do you feel like the two of you instinctively have a closer relationship and connection because you are twins?
Yes, sure. Yes, we
Oh,
are.
oh, okay, okay. And what is the one thing you've noticed being twins that is different from the other siblings in your family and your friends and their siblings? Is there anything that jumps out at you?
Okay. Well, it's like when we're growing up, we had this custom of wearing similar attires. So that's always more like distinguishes us from the rest of the family back then. So that's unique. And then when in our culture around here, we belong to the Yoruba culture. So they have this sort of, so to speak, respect for twins. So they adore us so very much. And then that gives, us some uniqueness. They believe we're special, being twins. So yeah.
Yeah, another point is the fact that we growing up, our parents have to get it in pairs. You can't give for one, you cannot give to the other. So perhaps maybe somebody come now and is giving, maybe wants to give the family something and it's one, then the two of us cannot get it. Just to go to another, any of our other brothers or sisters, because if you give Kenny and you don't give Taiwo, then you want to start a problem that you may not be able to solve. So those are the things you have to cope with and all of that. And it's such that, like you were saying earlier, when you go out, the normal thing for people is that where's your twin brother? That might not apply for our siblings because they don't have a twin. But for us, you can't go out without people. Where's your brother? Where's your brother? Where's your brother? Where's he? And all of that. So we like you are your brother's keeper. So we live our life like that, so to speak.
That's really cool. Well, you know what? If I saw the two of you out in public, I would not think you're twins because you don't look alike, right?
We've been playing with that all our lives. So
So did you ever look alike? Like when you were younger? Never?
No.
Never looked
So there's a scenario that plays out often. You see your friend, and then occasionally when we work together, because we don't always work together, So occasionally we work together, and I introduce him as my twin. Most of my friends, they shake their eyes. They say, "No, no way, this can be." So we get that kind of reaction a lot from people, but we're used to it right now.
And whenever a woman gives birth to twins or whatever number they give, that's more than one has to come out first. I don't know if I have never heard of a story where both children came out of the womb together. So who came out first?
I came out first. I'm 3 minutes older than him.
How much older?
Yes, 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Every minute counts. I hope you're giving him his respect.
Oh yeah. You trust I do.
Well, this is really cool. And then when you were growing up, did your mom have to, when she was buying something, she had to make sure she got the same identical whatever for each of you? And the situations when she couldn't, what was that like?
She knows that she has to get it too. That's the way it was. She would rather not get it at all than get it for one and don't get for the other. And perhaps there's a case where she gets for one and she cannot get for the other. She will have to like beg and make you feel good that no, I'll get your own some other time, but please let this person hold this for now and all of that.
Did anything ever happen to either one of you where the other person felt like distraught because they were worried because possibly your life was in danger? Did you ever have any situations like that?
Yes. Something happened a few years ago or thereabout. He went out and I think he told me that I won't be coming home but probably I forgot. So it was 10, 11, I think about 10 in the night, and he has not come. I was trying his phone, it was switched off. I got so worried. I had to call one of our mutual friends that, babe, please pray along with me. I can't see my brother and all of that. So later, she was worried too. What happened and all of that. But a few minutes later, I just called. God, thank God. That he told me that he won't be coming home and all of that. So I can remember that vividly.
So you see, Kenny, even though the competition is flowing, he loves you. He can't manage without you. I'm sure the same would be true if something happened to you. I'm sure that it would really, have an effect on Kenny.
Yeah, sure.
As humans, we grow attachments and we don't even realize that we're doing it. We get into relationships with people, we become so attached that even when it's dysfunctional, it's hard to disengage because of those attachments. We have them with animals, with clothing, we just form bonds with different people and things in our lives. So I could imagine two humans becoming aware of life from the same time and going through everything in parallel. That must be quite a bond, even more than a marriage. Because marriages, people meet somewhere in their adult life. I've never heard of babies getting married. So, those are difficult, much less two people that are, when you are sick, does he get sick at the same time or no?
Oh no. Oh no. Actually, when we were growing up, there was a time he was sick. He was in the hospital for a while, and then you would just know that something was wrong. I knew that something wasn't normal, apart from the fact that I was away from the house. So that was a particular situation that I remember that we went together, and then
had to stay back.
Yes, exactly. So that was one instance, but I didn't fall sick. That moment I was fine. I was fine. We're praying for him, hoping that he will get to him soon. So yeah.
This is really awesome. Now, when it comes to girlfriends, I want to hear about this. Neither one of you are married, right?
No.
If I ask a question and you don't feel comfortable asking, you can give me that big smile and say skip. But have the two of you ever fallen in love with the same girl?
Nah.
We've not. I think we have different spec. So I don't think I get attracted to the people you get attracted to, and maybe because of where we go to and all of that, we don't really have that pool of friends that we are always together like that. So I think he finds his girlfriend wherever he wants to find them, and I choose my own way too. So we don't. There's no meeting ground for us when it comes to that. So I think we don't. There's no toss on that.
Okay, Kenny, you can breathe now. Aren't you glad I did this show? You're finding out a lot. So when you guys were growing up, did you have similar aspirations? What do you do? What is your profession?
Okay, I studied mechanical engineering in university, but basically what I do now is I'm into business development and project management. That's what I do now.
Business development and budget management.
Yes.
And then Kenny, tell us what you do.
Okay, so I read computer science in school. I'm more of an IT personnel, but over the years I've discovered that I have various interests. So web development. I started out as an ITS engineer, intelligent transportation systems engineer, but that involved pressing of computers as well and working on softwares. And then later I moved into web development, IT analyst, e-learning specialist, SEO, search engine optimization, because And IT places in the position where you just have to keep evolving, and learning different skill sets. So passionate about the new media, social media channels. I'm into social media optimization as well. So that's a couple of what I do.
I am so proud of you, young man.
Thank you so very much.
I've had this conversation with Kenny, and I'm going to have it with you because I don't know if you saw the video I did before with Kenny. Yeah. But I was telling him that whenever we hear the word Nigeria, our stomach hurts. And you're like, stay away, trouble, scammers. It's so sad. But so many people, a large percentage of people in the US have been scammed by Nigerians. And it's always in Janere. When you hear that word, run. Because I know a lot of people who've been scammed on dating sites, on social media sites, where they take other people's pictures and post it and pretend it's them, and then say, oh, I'm an engineer, I live in California, but I'm on assignment in some other country, and I saw your picture, and they build these like amazing, convincing stories that if you're not savvy, you will get scammed.
Yes.
And a lot of people have gotten scammed. So when I meet people like the two of you with integrity that have, found a path in your life, pursued it, and been successful at it, I must commend you, because unfortunately, it takes one bad apple to spoil the whole barrel. Mm. And so many countries have taboos associated with the poor choices that some people of those countries have made. So I'm very happy that I get to interact with two decent Nigerians, and I'm sure there are a lot more, not just the two of you.
A whole lot more. We have Nigerians doing good and great job, and they are with integrity. We have people that have legitimate source of income across the globe that are making Nigeria proud. Like you said earlier, one bad apple. And I think that is applicable to other nations of the world too. But I can tell you this, we have Nigerians everywhere that are doing well, and that they are making Nigeria proud in everywhere they find themselves. So we keep doing what we can do to make the country a better place for everyone to live in, and to project Nigeria in a better light for people out there that have this bad impression about Nigeria. And hopefully, we think things will get better as the years go by. So we can only be hopeful and do our best to project the image of our country in good light.
So your parents, what did your parents do?
Okay, our dad is late. We lost him like 20 years ago, thereabout. Yes, 20 years ago.
Sorry.
Mom used to be a teacher, but now she's now 70. She's 72. She's retired now. So.
Well, this is great. No wonder the two of you are so smart. You had a teacher raising you.
You said what?
I said, no wonder the two of you are so smart. Your mother was an educator. She was a teacher.
Yes, she was.
I interviewed another person from Nigeria this week who quit his job to stop abuse, sexual abuse amongst young people especially. And he's a Christian. Do you feel like a lot of the people who are successful in Nigeria are Christians, and this is why they find a way to do the right thing? Do you feel like some of the people who are scamming, why do you think they choose that course? I mean, you're not them, but I'm just asking your opinions.
To be candid, there are a lot of deprivation in this part of the world. That is the truth. So when people
deprivation is the motivation behind this behavior?
You say what?
Are you saying that deprivation is the motivation for that lifestyle? Because they're deprived.
It is not. I think one thing I've come to know is you can choose to live the kind of life you want to live, irrespective of your background. the truth is this: you have to find contentment in life. And I think this is a big issue for a lot of young people. A lot of young people want to make it early in life without putting the necessary work. And life, you cannot build life like that. Like a microwave generation. Today, you start today, and tomorrow you want to be a millionaire. It doesn't work like that. So people don't want to navigate the process. They just want to get there.
Right.
So that's the issue we find in this part of the world that make a lot of people go into crime, because they don't want to put the hard work and they want to live large. So I think that's one of the, so it's not majorly the deprivation, but lack of contentment and wanting to arrive big when you have not put the necessary work. I think that's a major issue for a lot of young people.
So what changes are you planning to make in the world?
You say what?
What changes are you planning to bring about in your world that will affect people around you for the better?
Okay. Yes. Like what I do, I will say, okay, what we do where I work is such that, okay, we do power backup, we alternative energy, alternative power for companies and all of that. And in our own little world too, we empower people. We get people, even some that don't have the required skill, we get them in, we give them some training so that they can be empowered, they can be skilled, and they can be useful for themselves. So these are part of the things that we do to make our world better. Because I know that when somebody is skilled, to an extent, you can trade the skill for money. You can trade the skill to make your life much more better. So these are part of the things we do to make our world a better place.
Great, thank you for what you're doing. Same question, Kenny.
Okay, experiences have taught me that just like we were saying before, there are a lot of challenges in the environment. In Nigeria, there are a lot of challenges on social media, because I'm present more on social media these days. I see a lot of needs to be met. Virtually every week, I get like 2 or 3 people telling me they need jobs. So one of the things I'm trying to work on right now is to create a job platform with a friend where we could just share opportunities. Because what I do is to invite them to a particular platform that I belong to. I'm thinking of creating another so that these people, they can be helped, because when people have nothing to do, that's when they start thinking of going into crime at times. So in that way, we can make a change in the world. Then I'm passionate about marketing also to an extent. So one of the things I say often is you can help somebody to sell. You won't lack money in your pocket. I say that a lot. And when I meet a couple of young people, I tell them that, see, if you can just locate a need in the life of somebody else, you will have money in your pockets. So that's one of the things I try to do to encourage people that look beyond yourself. Look out there. There are people that, like for example, every company, they need salespeople. Every company they want to sell. There's always a selling need in every company. So if you can make that happen for someone, you have money in your pockets. So I try so much to encourage young people to be hardworking, and to look out for needs they can meet out there. Yeah.
Great, guys. I'm really proud of you both, because I know you're young, and with this attitude, if you continue it, you will make a difference. And I think if we have more people doing this collectively, it will have an impact. A lot of people think, what am I going to do? I can't change it. It's only me. But if lots of me's do the best we can, collectively, it's going to have a huge impact. Do you guys have a lot of friends? Do you have any friends that are twins?
Yes, we have a couple of friends that are twins.
How are they different from you guys? Are they identical?
I have some that are identical, but I have like two that are not identical.
And do you feel like do you see similarities between the two of you and them?
Yeah, sure.
You do. But you're the better twins, I know. You're on my show. Are they your peers? Are they your peers or older, younger?
Yeah, so I think they are older.
Oh, okay. Okay. Do you look at them and think this is going to be me and Kenny one day soon?
Obviously, we are growing older, you know. So, but they are lovely people too. In fact, we share a group.
Yes.
With two of the twins. We share a group where we interact, we talk, once in a while. Yeah.
Do you feel like the competition between the two of you can be credited to the success that you've achieved to date in your life? Do you feel like, oh, my brother's getting this degree, I gotta get this degree too? Do you ever feel that existed between the two of you? Because I think that's great competition. If it's head, you hear.
Yes, in a way, healthy competition, because when your brother is getting something right and is making headway in life and all of that, you have to push yourself to be better so that you won't be left behind. So I think there is a way to motivate you to get better too and to get things done too, so that you won't be left behind.
So when you're younger, you're so competitive, because we had this amongst us too, and with me and my siblings, and I'm the first child, so I was the one that was supposed to set the bar. That pressure is on you when you're number one. But now that you are grown up, do you still feel the need for that competition?
No, because one thing I've come to know is the race of life is personal. You have to find your path to life and run that race. And in achieving goals in life, you have to know that where you are headed, what you are called to is for you alone. Nobody can be in that space. So if somebody, like for example, maybe somebody is doing a 100-meter dash, his race will be different for somebody that is doing elongated race. So if you want to run at that pace too, you get burnt out easily. So you have to know your uniqueness, where you are headed, your calling, what you want to do with your life, and you know that, oh, the pace I have to go, I have to be slow and steady. My own may be slow and steady. It may be fast and consistent. So you just have to know yourself and know what you are called to do. When you know that, then you will have this undue pressure and you don't want to be in another person's space. It can get you burn out and frustrate you if you don't know your core and what you want to do with your life. So I think now we don't have that competition game, because you know that where you are headed in life is IT oriented too. Because it's IT, I won't say, oh, I want to be in IT space. I will fail because that I'm not wired for that. So I just have to do my strength and weakness and celebrate our difference. So that's it for me.
Very healthy attitude. Kenny, I know that you've got a few little incubators going here for businesses you want to start. Do you see yourself doing any of your business with your brother?
Okay. Oh, yes. There's always that possibility, But like you rightly mentioned, our paths are different. We have different pastimes. For example, he loves football a lot. I love football.
What?
Football, soccer.
Soccer.
He loves soccer a lot. I'm more of a music person, but he's come to love music too, to a degree. But like I mentioned, our paths are different, and the way we are wired are different. That's why the fact that we came virtually at the same time. So we've come to celebrate our weaknesses, and celebrate our strengths, and work on our weaknesses. I give him accolades for what is good at. He celebrates me for what I'm good at, and then we move forward that way.
I love it. I hope that all the twins in the world have this healthy, type of relationship. I hope so. I mean, I'm sure it's not always perfect like that. Because as humans, different things will trigger the way we behave. And our development or culture. So many things play a part in who we become. But I love that the two of you have such a healthy, loving relationship.
Thank you.
So
Yes.
I'm going to ask this question. Are you guys going to get married at the same time? Is there going to be a double wedding?
You know the
the chances are very, 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 very slim. I don't see that happening. People often tell us that, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, I mean, why do one when you could have two celebrations, right?
oh yeah, you never can tell what Providence has in store, but based on antecedents and a current situation, that might not happen. Yeah.
How dare I ask this question? I'm sure the girlfriends are going to be watching this video. I wasn't trying to get you guys in trouble, I promise. So do one of you look like your mom and one looks like your father?
I think I look like my mom and he looks like her dad.
Yeah, in terms of stature, the way he walks, the way he stands, or the way, I look more like him.
Like your dad.
Yes.
So each parent got a child when this birth happened.
You said what?
Each parent got a gift the day the two of you were born. So what do you guys have any plans to visit the US? Because I know that a lot of people in the African countries and the third world countries and other parts of the world want to come to the US. Everyone wants to come to the US. And I don't mean everyone, but a lot of people do. Do you want to come one day?
Yes, probably on vacation and all of that. Yeah. So.
What about you, Kenny?
Oh yeah, that's a possibility. I once had one of my cousins was he wanted me to come over at some point in time, but that couldn't happen. So I see that happening sometime soon. Yeah.
So to vacation, you don't want to come to live.
That I can't tell for now, but the vacation you mentioned, that's a possibility soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know that one of those, somewhere in Africa, they're turning it into a tech mecca. Is it Nigeria? Or is it Tanzania? I can't remember. They're developing a lot of tech companies somewhere in Africa. Where is it?
Lagos should be one of them. We have vast numbers of IT techie guys, been evolving every now and then. We have a couple of systems set up, to help them thrive. So Lagos is one of the major hub, for IT guys in Africa, and I can say it anywhere.
Lagos, that's where you live, right?
Yes.
Ah, got it. Okay. What is Nigeria known for? Like, different countries are known for maybe potatoes or pineapples. What are you guys famous for in Nigeria? Because we got to get rid of the scam taboo. We got to get rid of that. Give us the replacement.
Yeah, we're blessed with a lot.
The positive alternative.
Oh yeah, we are blessed with a lot of agricultural resources, human resources, minerals. Even some are yet on tap. Cocoa, so many cocoa, coffee. We have a huge land mass as well. So we are rich in a lot of resources. Yes.
This is awesome. I am so grateful that I got to spend this time with the two of you. I cannot tell you how long I've been trying to do a segment with twins, but they always chicken out in the end. They're like, oh, I'm camera shy. So I got to do it, but you two are going to be my stars, and you were great. We're almost out of time. What do you want to leave with anybody watching this show before I wrap it up? I'll give each of you a chance to leave a message for the world or whomever watches my show.
Okay. What I will say is based on growing up and my experiences so far in life. One of the things I've come to know is the fact that faith, family, and friends, they are great anchors in life. And what I mean is this: faith, and I don't want to make it maybe a religion, maybe we are talking about religion or whatever. But one thing I've come to know is this: there's a God somewhere, there's a supernatural being that still things together. It's a big anchor, and family. We all evolved from a family. You have to celebrate that, and it's a strong force that we have to leverage on in this journey of life. We have to leverage on that. And a lot of things I've seen in our world is a lot of issues we've seen in our world is it starts from the family. When there's a failure in the family, then the whole world is at risk. So I want a world where the family setup is being re-engineered as such that we can start churning out great people out that have good foundation, good background from the family. And friends, to run in this life, you need people. Someone said that I see father in life by mountain on the shoulders of those ahead of me. You need friends that you can leverage on. So, like I said earlier, faith, family, and friends, they are great across in life. We need these three sets of these three to make headway in life, to be where we want to be. Because the truth is this: you cannot run alone. Nobody tries in isolation. We need team. We need to leverage on the strength of others. So I would say, so that's my parting shot to the people. You need a family. You need faith, whatever you believe in. Then you need friends. There are friends that are friends. But one thing I've come to know, there's some friends that stick so close, like family. We need people like that to triumph, to make headway in this life. So that's my.
Thank you, Kenny. We're out of time, so just give us a brief, whatever.
Oh, okay. I think one of the most powerful statements I've had is be the change you want to see in the world.
I always say that.
Yeah, because, especially in this environment where somebody is saying this person is not doing that, the government is not doing that, fine. We know that the government, they have their own responsibility, but the reason why the world is moving forward is because somebody has decided to make a change, to do something. For me, I think love is critical, in the world. We need more love in the world. We have to look out for each other. We have to look beyond ourselves. We have to be very concerned about the plight of the common man, of the next person. For me, that's very critical. We should learn to be the change. We shouldn't just talk about other people making a change. We should do the bits we can do to make a change in our own little way. We don't have to get high up there to make a change. From where we have, you can do something to make the world a better place. So yeah, that's my parting word.
Thank you so much to this dynamic duo that was born at the same time. I've so enjoyed this, guys. Thank you. I know it's Sunday, you could be doing something fun. So I'm tremendously grateful that you've carved out this time to spend with me. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
And thank you so much for watching Conversations with Jennylyn. My goal is to bring you inspiration. And sometimes that just comes from a conversation, and hopefully you have gotten inspiration from these two great brothers and their story of being twins. And I will see you next time.
Broadcasting from Silicon Valley, California, this is Conversations with Jennylyn.